Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is April 5th, 2023. So, people have been asking me for a long time to make this video, and I finally got around to it. I've noticed that this rapper, Tekashi 6ix9ine, is doing a lot of interviews, so I said, you know what, this is the perfect time to make this video because maybe this video will come across somebody's feed who's watching a Tekashi 6ix9ine interview or, one of his press conferences that he's doing now. He's like on an interview tour. And maybe they'll learn exactly what Tekashi 6ix9ine is about, the character. A lot of you think that you guys think that entertainment is the same as real life, which is so not true. These entertainers are just that, entertainers. And what a lot of you don't know is how these entertainers are being controlled by a secret society known as the Jesuit Order, who control the music industry, who controls the entertainment, who controls your media, your TMZ, your CNN. They control basically everything. And they're the ones creating these characters. And you know what else? What I've just noticed is that the Jesuit Order is also behind the creation of these gangs, like, the Bloods, the Crips. I'm noticing that not every member of the Bloods it knows that they're participating in a satanic ritual, but the leaders of these gangs are definitely pawns by the Jesuit Order, plants put there to deceive and confuse the masses, and that's basically what they've been doing for a long time. And we're going to talk about 6ix9ine. We're going to talk about, OG Mac, one of the leaders of the Bloods, and also a person that I wasn't able to find his photograph, but I just learned about him today. His name is Leonard McKenzie, he was also credited for creating the Bloods. All right, so let's get right to it. So, you guys familiar with the rapper 6ix9ine? He's from Brooklyn. He's from Bushwick. And I think he's either Mexican or Puerto Rican. I think he's both. I think his mother's Mexican and his father's Puerto Rican. Right? He grew up in Brooklyn. I've been watching some of his interviews, and I get upset because I'm like, man, if I was interviewing this guy, how come people don't ask him the real stuff? Like for example, why do you have the number 69 tattooed all over your body? Like, I watched like 4 interviews of this guy. Nobody even asked him that. Everybody's asking him about ratting and snitching and all this shit that the media fed to him for years, right? Since 2020, they've been talking about how this guy's a rat, how he's been snitching on his people, and why he's not good as an entertainer because he's supposedly testified and got his friends arrested, right? That's been the main topic point in almost every fucking interview that this guy's been doing. I'm like, why are they not asking him stuff like? Because I get it, people don't know about Gematria, they don't know the occult symbolism. I get it, but I just wanted at least somebody ask him why he had the number 69 tattooed, just because I wanted to hear his response. Because I don't think he's ever explained why he has the number 69 tattooed over his body. Maybe he has. I haven't seen an interview of him talking about it. But ask yourself, why is he tatted with the number 69 all over his hands and his head? He has a 69 tattoo on his forehead. He has the word he has a 6ix9ine written on top of his eyebrows. It's on his neck. It's all over his body, on his back, on his legs. He has the number tattooed all over his body. And I was actually having a discussion with one of my friends, and he said, "Oh, I don't care about numbers, man. He's a rat. We can't fuck with him." I'm like, you don't care about numbers? You don't care about numbers, but here you are talking about a guy that is tattooed with numbers. The guy whose name is a number, but you don't care about numbers. And that's what, not understanding numbers is why a lot of people, they put this stuff in people's face and people don't understand or realize that they're being mocked. And it's beyond the numbers, right? Look what he's doing with his hands. I mean, those of you familiar with the work in this community, you know all about the 666 fingers. If you're new to this knowledge, look up 666 fingers. It's Illuminati symbolism. These people are Satan worshipers. 666, the number of the beast, comes from the Bible. If you haven't read the Bible, you should. because there's a lot of stuff that's on there that's being played out today in your entertainment, in your news, and most mainstream. They're paying tribute to the Bible. Okay, so look. So the guy name is Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? Now, he was born Daniel Hernandez. And what I find interesting about his birth name, look how designed this rapper is. Look how many letters the name Daniel has, right? Daniel. Daniel is a 6-letter name. His last name is Hernandez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 9-letter surname. So his first name is 6 letters. His last name is 9 letters. And look what year he was born. In 96, right? The reflection of the number 69. And if you guys are familiar with this man's work, his first hit single was called Gummo. That was his first single that, basically put him on the map, right? He actually had other music out before, but it didn't break as fast as this one. The name of his debut single was called Gummo, and notice the gematria of Gummo. If you guys are new here, gematria is the simple practice of coding numbers into words, right? Each number has a numerical value. And when you apply the number to the letter, you add up the digits, and you come up with a number, right? In this case, G, which is the 7th letter in the alphabet, you notice here it equals 7. U is the 21st, it equals 21. M is the 13th, it equals 13. The English alphabet has 26 letters, right? And you just simply number them according to the position the letter has in the alphabet. Again, G is the 7th letter. So in gematria, G equals 7. Pretty simple and pretty easy to understand that. Simple mathematics. They're using numbers to communicate. We use words and phrases to communicate. The Jesuit order and the mainstream, they use numbers. And O is the 15th. So you add them up. 7 plus 21 plus 13 plus 13 plus 15 and equals 69. You see how scripted it is? So if you was wondering why his debut single was called Gummo, it's because of the gematria. The guy born with the 6-letter first name, the 9-letter last name, right? And notice his full stage name is Tekashi 6ix9ine, which has that 77 gematria, like his birth name, Daniel Hernandez, like secret society, which he belongs to. And a lot of you calling him a rat. This guy's the opposite of a rat. Because if he really was a snitch, he'll be confessing to the ritual and who's really behind all the stuff that he does. Why did he really go to jail? Why did he get indicted with the non-Trey Bloods? He'll be explaining all that. He is not snitching on anybody. Okay? He is a plant. They want to make snitching popular. That's how the government works. They make snitching popular, so you everyday people think that it's not that bad to snitch because one of my favorite rappers did it, and he's still rich. Your favorite rapper was never in jail. Your favorite rapper never snitched on anybody. But they want to make this popular. They want to make this the thing because they want to put real criminals in prison. So how you do that? You normalize snitching and ratting because that's one of the biggest issues that the police has in getting convictions. The district attorney, they struggle getting convictions because people refuse to testify against the actual criminals. So what they do, they create mainstream rappers who are now, if you notice, there's a lot of other rappers now snitching, right? There was a rapper from Atlanta called Gunna. He also testified against his remember he's part of the YSL equals 56, and it was part of that 56 count indictment. Young Thug, I think the name Thug equals 56 as well. I'm not sure, I gotta verify that. But yeah, Young Thug, the leader of the YSL, indicted on a 56 charge indictment. Society of Jesus equals 56. Right? And then what happens? The member Gunna snitches on Young Thug. And he's released from prison. You see, so we're seeing more of this now. They want rappers to promote snitching to make it seem like, oh, well, if all the rappers are doing it, I'm not going to go to jail. And then when you watch these people's interviews, they justify snitching. They'll tell you why they did it. Well, it's because my friend fucked my girlfriend. It's because, they beat me up. They robbed me. So now if you're a person in the street, because they know there's no love in the street, now you're looking at it like, okay, I got locked up. My friend got locked up. But I remember what he did to me. And I don't want to, spend the next 25 years because of him, because I don't really like him like that. So let me testify and get him, and get my whole neighborhood indicted. And so they can let me go, just like I did 6ix9ine, and I can live my life. And that's what these people do, and that's the point of these interviews. But what I'm trying to show you guys is, like, a lot of you think that this guy's a rat. This guy is not a rat. He's promoting rat. He's promoting snitching. But he's not an actual snitch, because entertainment is not the same as real life. These people do not really go to jail. These people don't really commit crimes. These people are not really gangsters. They are puppets on the mainstream. Right? The music is given to them. Obviously, think about it. The music is given to them. They gave him this song with the perfect name, with the perfect gematria, for the perfect puppet. And they know how to promote the music. I mean, these people are expert at promoting music. They know what the culture likes. They know what the urban community likes. They like the gang stuff. They like people talking a lot of shit on the records. They like all that stuff. And then and then to validate what he says on the records, that they put him in these gangs and around these people who are actual gangsters who are getting paid a lot of money to participate in the ritual. Everything is about money. You can make anybody do anything for money. I'm pretty sure people like OG Mac, people like the other guy that I mentioned, what's his name? Leonard McKenzie. These people, even though they were puppets, and notice the year that Mr. OG Mac was born, in the year 69. This is the leader of the non-Trey Bloods. People like this, maybe they were gangsters, but I think somewhere down the line, these people were approached and they said, you know what? We want you to do this. We want you to promote this gang. It's gonna be called non-Trey Bloods. You're gonna be the leader. We're gonna give you this much money, and then we're gonna send you off to an island. You're gonna tell people that you got life in prison, but yeah, you're gonna be living on this island with all this money. But we want you to be the face of this gang. And I think that's what's going on. Because these people's names just seems to be perfect. This guy was born Omar Porti. Notice his name is 144 and 54, like Jesuit order. Right? The other guy, Leonard. Notice he has a 69 as his name. And that's a very important number. We're going to talk about the number 69 and how it connects to the Illuminati, how it connects to the Jesuit order, how it connects to the New World Order. The New World Order, who is planning all this stuff, they're trying to normalize. First, they want to normalize gangs, right? But they also want to normalize snitching. I know it sounds crazy. Like, why would they normalize gangs? Well, it's because they want to fill up those prison systems. They want to increase the number of slaves working for 10 cents an hour. And if you're dumb enough to fall for it, because you want to be like OG Mac, who was a puppet on strings, then you fit the description. You qualify. Something that's interesting about Tekashi, if you guys notice, if you're familiar with the Chinese Year of the Rat, notice 1996 was the Year of the Rat. That was the year that this rapper was born. And notice 2020 was also a year of the rat. And that was the year that he was released from prison. That was the year that he was being called a rat. Right? What are the odds that the rat was born in the year of the rat and released in the year of the rat? All this stuff is symbolism. And keep in mind that rat equals 42, like nigger and slavery. And keep in mind that he was released from prison on April 2nd, 2020. I do find it interesting that, he was born on May 8th. That was the 129th day of the year, because that was a leap year. And we know how 129 connects to 201, right? 129 is 201 in Bay State County. Also interesting, there's a rapper who was born on the day with 38 numerology. We know rappers 38. Something that I learned is that, every 12 years is the rat of the year, right? If you notice here, every 12 years, right? 2020, the next year of the rat is 2032. It's every 12 years, right? Every 12 years, the word rat equals 12. You see how they do it? This stuff is all planned, and it's all being orchestrated by this code of gematria. The year of the rat is every 12 years. Rat equals 12. And just going back to the number 69, right? We're going to talk about that number and how it connects to the Illuminati. But notice how, remember when he struck a plea deal, right? This was when the case started. It was like 2019 or 2018 when he first got arrested. He was 22 years old. And notice what it says here in this headline. Rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine, who's 22, might have to go into witness protection after giving up fellow gangsters following his plea deal with federal prosecutors in NYC on trafficking and racketeering charges that helped him avoid a 47-year sentence. So he avoided a 47-year sentence, right? So if you're 22 and you was about to get sentenced for 47 years, what does that mean? How old would you have been when you would have been released from prison? Right? If you're 22 and you served the 47-year prison, you guess what? You come home at the age of 69. You see how all this stuff is all just a number game? The 22-year-old would have got 47 years. 22 plus 47 is 69, you guys. These people are playing with numbers. And keep in mind, 47 is an important number. It connects to the Masonic compass. And that's how they're planning all this stuff, right? That's what the compass is. If you notice what a compass is, it's writing out the blueprint. What's the blueprint? Promoting snitching. The gangs. Get all these people to accept telling on their friends. Oh, look, yeah, my friend, he was the one that shot so-and-so. Can I go home now? They want to normalize that because that's going to increase the conviction rate. And that's why these puppets are put there. They get all the money, they get the fame, the women, they get anything they want if they participate. I think a lot of these people are being, chosen from birth because, again, this guy born in 96 with the 6ix9ine name. I don't think this person was just, chosen at a later age. I think this person was chosen from day one. But going back to what I was saying about the Jesuit order. Now, look. If you want to know who's really controlling the non-trade bloods, it's the Jesuit order. Non-trade bloods is just another word for the Jesuit order. Notice in gematria in the 4 base ciphers, non-trade bloods basically equals the Jesuit order in 3 other 4 ciphers. And the 75 matters because we know, New World Order is 75. Notice New World is also 69. So all the 69 on his body, notice all these words that equal 69, right? Non-trade bloods, 69. The Jesuit Order, 69. New World Order, 69. Illuminati, 69. That's why he has all the 69 on his body. So it's fucking amazing how this guy with all this one number all over his body, he has a fucking, he probably has 69 tattooed on his body. How is it that he goes to all these interviews and he has a big 69 on his forehead? He has it right here, right there. And nobody's asking him, like, can you tell us why did you tattoo that number on your body? It's like going over people's heads. People just think like, oh, maybe he just tattooed that number because he thinks it's cool. Like, no, I don't expect 6ix9ine to tell him like, oh no, it's because Jesuit Order equals 6ix9ine. I don't expect him to tell him, but come on, at least ask him. I just want to see what he gonna come up with. It's just amazing, right? And you know what else is 69? The word Saturn is 69. And what I find interesting about that is, look at this. You guys know how he has the rainbow hair? Look at this. If you look at the rings of Saturn, it's colorful just like his hair. So I'm thinking like maybe that's why he has the colorful hair. They're paying tribute to Saturn. And again, Saturn equals 69. Right, the rings of Saturn has colorful, just like the guy's hair. Again, I'm not 100% sure that's the reason he has the colorful hair, but I do find that interesting that Saturn equals 69, and the rings are colorful like a rainbow. I do find that very interesting. A lot of people say that the rainbow, it's the sun reflecting on Saturn. That's why we get rainbows. But let me see. Let me see if I can find a better photograph. Yeah, Saturn has colorful rings. See that? And we know how much the Jesuit order pays tribute to Saturn. So I don't think this is that far fetched. Okay, so these gang members, right? I mean, what you gotta ask yourself, right? Why is the New York Times writing an article about Leonard McKenzie? You know how many people I know in the streets who are leaders of gangs? I've never seen the New York Times put out an article on all of the people that I grew up with, because I grew up with some bad people. I grew up with people who were leader of drug cartels or of gangs, and these people never made the headlines. I've never seen them on New York Times. I don't think the New York Times is gonna be making gangsters famous unless that person is an employee of the Jesuit order. That's how I see it, Because how many gangsters are there in the world? It's a gangster in every city. How is it that only these are the people that get viral and go famous, and get movies made about them and stuff like that? The Frank Lucases and all those people, right? The American gangsters. And this guy's 54. I'll watch out for OG Mac. He's 54 right now. Omar Porty 54. So you imagine we get a headline that OG Mac is dead at the age of 54. But yeah, this is the guy in charge of the non-trade bloods. We saw how non-trade bloods equals Jesuit order. The guy born in the year 6ix9ine. Again, non-trade bloods is 6ix9ine. Going back to that rapper, that's probably why they had him be a part of that gang. Because there's a million gangs. He could have been a Crip. He could have been a Latin King. No, but they chose to make him part of the non-trade bloods. And also this, right? So his albums, right? He names his album. He has these funny ways to name his album, like Dummy Boy. And then look at the cover of Dummy Boy. Let me show you guys this. Talk about Masonic symbolism right in your face. I mean, look, just does it get any more Masonic than this? The guy taking a piss on the Masonic floors. And yeah, people are like, no, man, he's just a rat. He put people in prison. Fuck him. You guys want to know something? I'm really impressed with this guy, because he has done something that a lot of rappers won't be able to do. Having the label as of a rat, that's like the worst thing in the street. And this guy's talent and his fame is so big that they can label him a rat, and he's still relevant in the music industry. Because to be honest, the guy's music, it's charts at number one. I don't think he ever put out a single that wasn't number one on the billboards. The guy's a phenomenon. But yeah, the Masonic floors. Come on. Guy almost got 47 years. And then he names it Dummy Boy, right? Who you think he's talking to? He's talking to the people who fall for all the lies, right? Dummy Boy. He has a song called Stupid. He's directing that at the people who believe in, the TMZ and the CNN. That's who he's directing all that energy again towards. Dummy Boy. Yeah, a lot of you are dumb and stupid, like he said. Let's see what other albums he has. He has an album called, and then look at the cover of this album. This is going back to what I was saying about Saturn, right? Doesn't that look like he's in the rings of Saturn? Look at that. He's in the middle of the colorful rings. Amazing. The guy has a million 6ix9ine tattoos, and nobody asks him why. I don't get it, man. I don't get why these. I don't get how these people get to interview anybody. These people are pathetic. Um. I just want to take a look at his co-defendants to see how their names line up. Also, they have an entire Wikipedia on the trial of the non-trade gangsters. And then look at what Jim Jones is doing. You see, these people are letting you know what's really going on, right? It's 666. That's who's in charge. The Jesuit order, right? From Jim Jones to Tekashi. They all work for the same people. And they know this. The industry, the rest of these industry rappers, they know what's going on. You know. Okay, so this article said that he was released on April 1st, but I seen a different article that said he was released on April 2nd. So maybe it was April 1st. This is Wikipedia. And just think about how stupid that was, right? They say that he was supposed to be, facing all these federal charges, and because he was in risk of catching the novel coronavirus, that's why the city decided to release him. You guys think that's how the feds work? You think the feds care about? He might die from COVID. Let's release him and put him on house arrest. Really? So why they didn't release all the other inmates? Like that was one of the, and people, that's what I'm saying, people fall for the stupidest shit in the world. How people fell for that? He was released from prison because of COVID. So what about all the other inmates who have asthma? Why you didn't release them? I mean, look, this is what it wrote. Look, on April 1st, 2020, federal judge Paul Engelmayer ordered 6ix9ine to serve the remainder of his sentence in his home confinement starting the next day. Okay, so that's what it was. He started his home arrest on April 2nd. Makes sense. Due to him suffering from asthma, which makes him particularly vulnerable to COVID-19. Really? Wow. Talk about a generous judge. A generous federal judge. A guy who's supposed to be this gangster killer, part of this gangster killing organization. You're going to release him because you don't want him to suffer and catch COVID. Oh my gosh. Talk about, man, we all need judges like Paul Engelmayer. Let me look up this guy's name. But yeah, so on April 2nd, that's what I read. So on April 2nd, and remember, rat is 42, niggers 42, slavery is 42. On April 2nd, that's when his house arrest began. The name Paul Mayer, the 48 stands out. Illuminati's 48. Let me see his full name. This federal judge. Man, what a nice guy this guy is. Paul Adam Engelmayer. There he is. The guy who freed Tekashi 6ix9ine because of COVID. So let me see. Let's see what else we can expose. And like I was saying, Tekashi is not a rat. Yes, he was born the year of the rat, so that's why they gave him that title. But if he really was a rat or a snitch, he will be snitching on the Jesuit order. He has kept those secrets secret. That's not what a rat does. Because the real criminals are the Jesuit order. So if he was a snitch, he'll be snitching on the Jesuit order, which he will never do. All right? Okay, so it was racketeering, weapons possession, and conspiracy to commit murder. 6ix9ine was quickly made a person of interest, and Okay, so he was arrested on November 18th. Let's take a look at that. November 18th. All these dates matter. You know, the way this stuff works is, yeah, they're using numbers, but they're also using date durations. So if you're at home and you want to learn how to do this, you know, measuring from dates is very important. And you know, when you measure from dates, you'll be able to see like, oh, that's why this happened on this date exactly, because there was this amount of days from that person's birthday, and then you'll start seeing how the ritual is playing out. So, and also the date numerology is important. Because this guy has a lot of fans. I'm hoping this video goes viral and people can learn about, you know, on the 322nd day of the year. Perfect. Oh, yeah, of course. November 18th, the 322nd day of the year. That's when this indictment went down. On 322, the number of skull and bones. Perfect. Like how wasn't he beat up? I think the news of it, I've been getting beat up broke on 322 this year, on March 22nd. I gotta verify that. I remember it was like the end of March. So a day after the Pope's birthday, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison and pay a $35,000 fine. Remember, rap is 35. The name Tekashi 6ix9ine, it's 149 or 35th prime. Spengali is 35. Dummy Boy, the name of his album, is also 35 as well. Okay, so on November 15th, 3 days prior to the arrest and a week prior to the scheduled release of his debut album, Dummy Boy, 6ix9ine unexpectedly announced on Instagram that he had fired his entire team, including his management. All by design. So this is the arrest and guilty plea. Okay, so let's see the dates. Okay, so they say that the rapper Chief Keef is also involved in this, right? They said the rapper Chief Keef was shot by Tekashi. So let's take a look at Chief Keef. Another Jesuit pawn. You're going to see, if you look at his photographs, he does a lot of the devil horns and the 666 fingers as well. So he was shot on June 2018. Let's take a look at that. So Chief Keef, date of shooting. So he was shot on June 2nd. (2018). It was 25 days after Tekashi's birthday, and $74 days. Look, this is what I mean. All the stuff it's all a big ritual. Chief Keef was shot 74 days before his birthday. From June 2nd, the day he got shot, to his upcoming birthday, which was August 15th, 2018, 74 days. And what we know about 74? 74 in rappers. In Gematria, the word rapper equals 74. Biblical number as well, right? He wasn't killed in this case, but terms like English is 74. Right? Gematria, which is what they're using to communicate, so equals 74. Right? Even words like killing, he wasn't killed, but killing is 74, and terms like Jesus is 74, a biblical number. That number shows up a lot. The names like Tupac. Look, Tupac. Oh, it's 74 as well. Oh, what about Tupac Shakur? No, not Tupac Shakur. What about what is it? Notorious B.I.G. Or maybe it's Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls equals 74. Oh shit. What about Nipsey? Nipsey Hussle. Oh look, Nipsey equals 74. Wow. Don't forget who died on the 74th day of the year, Nate Dogg. So 74 days before his birthday, the guy gets shot by 6ix9ine. Let's see if that was a day with 6ix9ine numerology, So he was shot on 6/2. The 153rd day of the year. Jesuit orders 153. And the word rap is 19. Shout out if they were 19 in neurology. I think rap is 46 and 19. It is. See that? Rap is 46 and 19. We got a rapper shot by the numbers 74 days before his birthday. And rap is 46 and 19, and rapper is 74. All this stuff is ritual with that went on with 6ix9ine. I mean, all this stuff it's probably never even happened. They're just reporting it. That's what you guys need to understand. That just because TMZ is reporting something, that doesn't necessarily mean that it happened. So April 2nd, again, that 4-2 day. They like to do rituals with black people on April 2nd. 2019. This was a year before Tekashi 6ix9ine was released and put on house arrest. Scumlord. Oh my gosh. And then these names that they give these rappers are so like disgusting. Scumlord. Scumlord. Oh my god. You see how look, this is what I mean. The guy who shot 6ix9ine, Chief Keef, the guy that 6ix9ine sent to shoot Chief Keef is a guy named Scumlord Dizzy, whose name equals 69. You can't make this stuff up. It's right here. So look at this. The top paragraph. On April 2nd, 2019, Jesnell Ish Butler pleaded guilty to one firearms charge involving the April 2018 robbery of a backpack belonging to Scumlord Dizzy. Okay, so I see what's going on. Oh my god. On April 2nd, 2019, Jesnell Ish Butler pleaded guilty to one firearms charge involving the April 2018 robbery of a backpack belonging to Scumlord Dizzy, the owner of 6ix9ine's label Scum Gang. So Scumlord, look at that. Scumlord Dizzy is the owner of 6ix9ine's label Scum Gang. The guy whose name equals 69. Perfect. How about that? Scum Gang. Of course, Scum equals 56, right? The next day, Creepy pleaded guilty for involvement in the robbery as well. Mel Murder also pleaded guilty to one count of racketeering conspiracy and one count of participating in a narcotics distribution conspiracy for helping move heroin and fentanyl. On April 19, 2019, Bat pleaded guilty, becoming the 6th of the 11 defendants that have entered a guilty plea in the case. Yeah, this guy was definitely one of the co-defendants that I wanted to look up. I think this guy was very involved in this whole ritual. The guy Kefano Jordan. He went by Shoddy. You got the 106 like black, the 277, the 59th prime. And then Mr. Daniel Hernandez pleaded guilty on 123. Okay, see, this is what I mean. His release date was April 2nd. So I don't know. The other article, I don't know why they mentioned April 1st. But he was released on April 2nd on 4-2, like I said. Again, Rat is 42, Slavery's 42, Niggas 42, February's 42. And the list goes on. And think about it, there was 12. Again, Rat is 12. There was 12 co-defendants in this case. In the big Rat case. Just want to measure from January 9th, 23, 2019. That matters because that's how long he was. From the day that Tekashi 6ix9ine was from his guilty plea to the day he was released. I think that's definitely gonna matter. So 123, 2019 to 4/2, 2020. So he was in prison for 62 weeks, supposedly. Or 439 days. I'm surprised he wasn't there for 69 weeks. And he was released on the 93rd day of the year. Remember, Saturn is 93. All right. This guy got 15 years in prison. Treyway. Let me take a look at the chat real quick. Yeah, 42 people watching. What's going on, EV Palmer? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, the 74 code, it never works. Never works. I mean, it doesn't fail. It always works. Always comes through. What's going on, Dan? Seventh Denim. He said, congrats to the winners. Yeah, congrats to UConn winning 76 of 59. Okay, so let's see how many days before his actual release date. So he was released on 4/2/2020. He was supposed to get released on August 2nd. So let's take a look at that. Satanic is 122. So he got released 122 days before his actual release date. Okay, 5/8/2020. You guys notice how Chief Keef has that 15/8 birthday? Freemasonry equals 158. Got shot for 74 days before his birthday. That shit is hilarious. His name is 213. So many 213 rituals with black rappers. Keith Cozart. Let me look at the database for the 69s in the database. There's probably a lot of other 69s that I'm missing. Of course, I think the Eclipse, that 69 in Eclipse also matters. Catholic Church, oh my gosh. That's what I'm trying to say. I had a feeling that it was a 69 that I was mentioning. Catholic Church, think about it. The Jesuit Order is 69. New World Order is 69. Illuminati is 69. Catholic Church is 69. See that? Catholic Church is 69, man. And it's 75, like New World Order. So you guys want to know who the New World Order is? Look no further than the Catholic Church. You see? If these people who did these interviews would have asked them the real questions, we would have got to the bottom of all this. I wish if Tekashi 6ix9ine is watching this video, I guarantee you will never sit down with me in an interview, because we'll find out if you're really a rat. You'll be a rat if you confess to what I'm teaching right here. If you let the people know that everything that I'm showing right here is the truth, how you never probably went to prison, how it's all just part of a ritual, just like how they make every other rapper go through the same ritual. All right? Let's see if you really a rat. Let's see if you will testify against the Jesuit order. So one more 69 for the book, Catholic Church, who controls your Jesuit order. The guy born the 129th day of the year. Non-trade bloods, 201. See, we're not dummy boys over here, Tekashi, if you're watching. All right? Can't fool us. You can tell people, I read it because they fucked my girl. No. Lies. Let's see. Well, Walt Disney World is 69 as well. The Mark of the Beast. Yeah, that's probably relevant as well. He definitely has the Mark of the Beast tattooed on his body. George Perry Floyd is 69. COVID mandates. All right, so let's see. I think we're done with this article. Yeah, again, all these dates, they're the reason, it's all a part of the ritual. The reason all these events happen on the dates that they did. On Thursday, April 2nd, 2020, 6ix9ine's lawyer, Don Florio. Let me see if this is a 69 name as well. You never know with these Catholic Church people, man. He does have that 54 and 153 like Jesuit order. See what I mean? The lawyers, all these people are part of the same network. He confirmed to XXL magazine that the court decided to allow the rapper to be released from prison entering home confinement. This was after 6ix9ine requested to serve the remainder of his prison sentence at home, stating he was at higher risk of contracting the COVID-19 virus due to his pre-existing asthma and bronchitis conditions. He was originally set to be released on August 2nd, 2020. All right, let's see. Take a look at his track listing. So let's go back to Dummy Boy. This is the album that he's standing on the Masonic floors. I'm interested in this. Look at the first song, Stupid. So I guess he names all his songs in one word, right? TikTok, Fifi, Kika, Mama, Waka, Bibi, Mala, Kanga, Fifi, FIFA, Tati, Wando, Dummy. Yeah. Songs are 216 in length. Look, this song is 201 in length. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216 if you didn't know. But I'm interested in this song that's 201 in length. Wando. Never heard of that song. That's that 19 like rap. And you see how he collaborated with Nicki Minaj? Notice the name Nicki Minaj. 69 and 48 like Illuminati. It's also 177 like Jesuit order. Or the Jesuit order, excuse me. It's also 93 like Saturn. So I think we are approaching an hour. I think we could leave it there. I think we've seen enough. So yeah, so go on, let's just close it out with the famous gym attack that happened. Um let's see what's up with that. So this was on 321 at 740, like 74. Just oh my goodness. Guy has nine. He has the number 96 or 6996 on his ear, the year he was born. All right. Yeah, don't get faker than this. If you fell for this, I mean, the guy said, "Oh," he kicked him and said, "Oh," he made the sound effects. I'm like, "Oh shit, who does that?" You gotta love this though. TMZ put out this documentary on the fifth plane on the anniversary of David Rockefeller's death. The fifth plane. Where was the first plane? The fuck? They looking for a fifth plane that came when there was no planes involved. 6ix9ine was savagely beaten up by a group of men inside of a South Florida gym with injuries so bad the controversial rapper was rushed to a hospital by ambulance. His attorney, he always has a new attorney. What's this guy's name? Lance Lazaro. He has a new attorney now. At a LA Fitness. At 33, huh? You know what's interesting about it be happening on 321? Look at this. Non-Trey Gangsta Bloods. That's the official name of the gang. Non-Trey Gangsta Bloods that equals 321. And 246 like Catholic Church. You see, it's called Non-Trey Gangsta Bloods. Or Gangster, the proper way. So it looks like Jim Jones is also a member of the Non-Trey Blood. Okay, let's take a look at Jim Jones real quick. So Jim Jones named himself after a mass murderer. Wow. Yeah, there's another Illuminati puppet right here. How old is he? 46. The rap number. Gotta watch out when he's 49. All right, I think we could close it out. I think we've seen enough. What is this? We got a new tattoo, a flower. Yeah, so just to close it out, what I was saying, but like what I was saying in the beginning of the video, you guys have to understand that entertainment is not real life, you know? These people are carrying out an agenda. They're serving the New World Order. They're trying to normalize snitching. And these are the face of it. That doesn't necessarily mean that this person actually did what the media is saying that he did. You guys, if you don't understand what's going on, that's why you guys fall for this stuff. And to be honest, most people snitch anyway. Frank Lucas, one of the biggest gangsters of all time, is a snitch. There was another guy, Benny the Bull snitched on. They didn't snitch on like on John Gotti. No, not Benny the Bull. This guy's name though. Snitched on John Gotti. Sammy Gravano, I think his name is the Bull. This guy, he's a rat, but the guy had like 40, 50 murders. Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull. He's a snitch, but guess what? He's also a murderer. Killed a lot of people. And again, these are plants. And why do they snitch? Well, because that's what they want. Show people that, look, you commit crime, but the court is always going to win. We get the last word. We're the real winners. It's mind control. That's what it is. It's mind control. Sammy the Bull. All right, so I ended there. Thank you for watching. And then the mascot. Yeah, I thought it was Benny. Oh man, I watched too much sports, man. You said what gangster reps rainbow hair? It's a deeper meaning with the rainbow hair. I think the rainbow hair, like I said in the beginning of the video, it's a tribute to Saturn, who has colorful rings. The name the word Saturn, or the name Saturn equals 69. So the rainbow hair is a tribute to this planet. Right? It's a tribute to this planet. The Judge Order, they always paying tribute to Saturn. Always. And it also promotes the gay agenda. You can also say that, but I think it's beyond that. I think because they use other celebrities for the gay agenda. You know, the Ricky Martins and all these other puppets. You know. But please share the video, hit the like, leave a comment, because like I always say, there's no point in making these videos if nobody's gonna watch it. A like will definitely get the video on somebody's feed that you might follow. All right, so enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, everybody, and I'll be back to talk about something else whenever something else happens. I saw that the Cat Shop founder dead at the age of 43 after being stabbed to death. I think I put out an Instagram post on this. Today's also the anniversary of the death anniversary of Nirvana. Kurt Cobain. Dead 44 days after his birthday, the kill number. And Cobain is 44. But I'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And follow us on Instagram if you're not. Simple Truth Television, just one word on Instagram. Yeah, both of the Lakers and the Clippers, they both have the same identical record. They have the same amount of wins on the road, same amount of wins at home, the same amount of wins for the season, same amount of wins, same amount of losses for the season as well. Two LA teams. What are the odds of that? Just to show you how scripted this stuff is, man. But just do a Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Okay, I'll do that next. People were asking me about 6ix9ine for a long time. That's why I decided to finally do this. Because I like to discuss the demise of these rappers and show people, like, look, this person is dead because of this reason. But if you guys want to learn why the 6ix9ine character is who he is, it's all right here. Go back to the beginning of the video. We spoke about all this stuff right here. It's all a ritual. First song called Gummo. Member of the Non-Trade Bloods. Equals Jesuit Order. A gang that was founded by a guy named Leonard and a guy named OG Mac, who was born in the year 69. And there's probably way more to this that I'm not noticing, but hey, there is always a lot more. I appreciate you too, Nick. Thank you. But enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Peace.